Madness. I know you guys can't see my face. I'll scoot back that way you guys can. Welcome to another episode of Exploring That Madness. Another, 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 another episode. And a great show, I think. Full of madness and just craziness. You know, it's just there's fans. There's just gonna be fans everywhere. It's gonna be crazy, but let's get serious. Okay, so here in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to properly put together a brand new DC style ceiling fan. Now, I already put one of these up. I did it with no instructions. So, here we go. Now, again, apologize for my speech or anything. Now, the only tool that you'll really need is just a basic screwdriver. You know, that's a Phillips right there. But you could get really creative and you could just get this instead. You could get a multi-purpose screwdriver. It is one of those that has the well, like I said, it's multi-purpose. It has a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver on it, which is really cool. There's lots of different ones that you can actually use. Actually, I don't have this box open yet. Well, let's go ahead and get her open. She's not heavy. She's very light, which is very shocking. But again, I've already opened one of these. Be careful with sharp objects, kids. Alright. Which is really cool. I think it's a cool looking little fan. And this fan is going to be in an area where I don't get any cell service, so I can't record. Or ever really show this. We are going to take her and put her here. Again, this is a DC style fan. This is a DC motor fan with a LED integrated light kit. Most modern fans nowadays have the integrated light kit. You know, you don't really have to worry about going out and buying light bulbs. But if you're like me, you know, you like both. You know, you like LEDs and you like the regular stuff. You like fluorescence, you know. It just kind of depends on the situation. Because honestly, I don't just like fans. I also like, I just said, I also like different kinds of lighting. And by the way, let me stop and say, do you guys like my background? Because I like my displays over here. I'm very proud of what it is becoming of home and my area and just my little cave, my little man cave. And I'll show you guys how to put one of these together. It's not hard, it's very easy. The only thing that I don't have is the already having issues. So what we're going to power the fan with though is a just regular plug. No, nothing too crazy. Just your normal standard wall plug. I try to do shorter videos, but the things that I do on my channel, it's just it's more than that, you know what I mean? This wire is very well preserved. I don't know how long it has been outside, but I think it should work for the purpose. So most of the time, you know, and a lot of people didn't know this, that you can actually power power a ceiling fan off a normal wall switch or a normal plug. That's kind of funny to me because it's like now knowing that it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. If I have somewhere in a garage that doesn't really have any main wiring, I can just plug up a cord to it, and I can just run it into the wall, or a socket close by, or an extension cord. Again, it depends on what kind of extension cord it is. If it's those really old school extension cords that you buy, I haven't had any issue with any extension cords that I've used. But so we have our plug here all up. So let's get our ceiling fan out of the box, because that's what we're gonna use. Put our cord to the side. So in our fan or in our box, there she goes. Okay, I apologize. Trying to make sure I clean up after myself too. I want to make sure I keep my home, my area, my fun stuff. I want to make sure I keep everything all nice and clean. Not sponsored. Anyhow, so at the top, you're going to obviously see your manual, which really just gives you your instructions on how to put together your fan. But again, I'm going to show you without instructions because I don't know how many fans that I've actually put together. Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. So here, let's see. They did a double whammy. There we go. So here is your light kit, which is really cool. And I like that it's still. I like that it's metal. I like that some parts of new products are. And it has a little spot there to plug your cord in. So there's your light kit. And here's your light kit cover. Kid in the face, man. I've been smacked. Here in this bag, your fan remote, your fan remote instructions, which I have a set of those, which I don't need, which I kind of already know how to use, so we'll just put that away. But here's your controller for your fan. Here is your for your fan up top. It has your fan. It has your reverse and forward and your fan speeds, and then you have your fan off, and then you have your light on and off, and then you have your light dim, and then you rise the and then rise and lower the temperature of the light, and then your 4 and 8 hour timer, which is really cool. And I really like that these fans have. I like that these newer fans have. What am I trying to say? I like that they have newer. I like that they have newer. I like that they have a interesting range of speeds. AC fans versus DC fans. You have two different sets of motors with two different sets of speeds. You have DC fans, which you have, a masculine amount of speeds. It's not. I wouldn't say it's. I wouldn't say it's a full force tornado So there is a blade mounter. I engage my audience if I don't have any service. That's a problem. But that's okay though, because we're alright. Not sponsored. So we have a extension which is really cool. I will definitely use these, and these will definitely come in handy. All you have to do to replace the down rod is basically take your bar can go in storage, and then you just replace your bar and your ball or longer down rod, which is there. So lost the fan and go down below, and then we'll there. And I have no internet connection in there out from why we're having issues here. But anyhow, so I can't really show you guys the fan running, but I will do it here. We'll do a quick test to make sure it powers up and it starts up. I want to make sure that it's going to run right. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So here is your, oh my, here's your canopy. Most people don't know what that is. That's a canopy that covers your hole over the ceiling. So this is your bracket, your mounting bracket, into your hole. I already drilled my holes and they're already ready to go. So here are your blades. This thing is pretty small. Very intellectual. I can't talk, man. I sound crazy, baby, hazy, yeah. He said, I love you, baby, you're so crazy. So there is your blade, which is very small, and you got two little holes. All you got to do is put your blade on the motor, and then you're all set. It's such a very easy system. It's insane. And the fact, your blades, they're plastic, I mean, something strong would definitely be prone to break, but it'd be a lot harder to break these. And, again, there's some, for me, for so many years, I go from, honestly, I go back and forth. It's like, I like the new stuff, but I don't. There's back and forth between both. There's good, it's like there's good and evil, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't make this shit up, you know what I'm saying? You can't do it. So last thing is we're going to pull out is our motor, which is very, very small. There she is, as you guys can see. So all our plastic over here in this corner, and I'll clean it up afterwards. So our box is ready to go, yeehaw. Put all our instructions and shit, anything that I can. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think we're all set. So now we're going to start with the top of the fan. So we need the. So the brackets could be last. You guys aren't going to see the bracket, but that's okay. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take the down rod, and we're going to take the down rod, and the down rod we're going to use, and we're going to use the small one. So we're going to take you're going to take your screwdriver. In this case, I'm going to have. So the multi-tool is what I need to get a new one because this one's rusted to hell, and I guess I will never be able to use my other driver. So anyhow, because I have a smaller set that's in here, and it just blows me away. So, but you're just gonna pull your screws out just enough to where they're flush against the holes. That way you can put your down rod in there. So you're gonna take your down rod And first you're gonna put your oh boy, hold on. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Oh crap, I'm blanking. You're going to put your no, I'm blanking. I'm so sorry. I feel so stupid. You're going to take your covers though. You're going to take your covers and put your covers on so you can see what I did. I put the first cover on like that. Okay? Because that's how you're going to cover your motor there. I'm going to pull them all the way up because this is where you're going to loop your wiring and your down rod. Probably so, maybe. I don't know. Gonna find. Oh, there's one. The other one, maybe. There we go. Safety pin back in there with the connecting it. Then you're going to secure the down rod to the motor with the make sure they're nice and tight. They don't have to be gorilla fisted tight, but make sure they're tight. Because just in case you still don't want anything this light falling on you. So you're going to put your bottom canopy down. So the top of your fan is... So now we're going to work on the middle of your fan, which is your blades. So there's your motor. Again, look how small that motor is. That motor is pretty... That's probably one of the smallest motors I've ever seen. But this fan that I just took down is probably the smallest fan I've seen. But that's a different story. But check this out. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to you guys so that way we can put these blades on. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to do it old school. We're going to flip the fan over. We're going to do, and make sure your blades are facing the right direction because most idiots, they don't pay any damn attention to what they're doing. And you have specific screws for specific functions. I cannot talk. I've been awake for a while, so I mean, I'm alright. I got work. So, and one thing that I don't like about these newer fans is there's a complete hole covering where I should be able to mount the fan. So it's a little bit difficult to mount the blades to the motor because of the way that the way that the way that this housing is. I just don't like it. Overall, it's a decent fan. I love the quality. I like the speeds. The air movement is phenomenal on all 6 speeds. It's very interesting. But we'll and mount the motor. So all you're gonna do is take your 2 screws, put your 2 screws in there. Just that way, all you gotta do is line it up and screw her in there. So and get ready to tear it up. Now again, just to be able to know that I owned that, I know I have an extra one in here. And no doubt I'm probably not going to use it. So we'll need 2 of these later. And I'm very generous. My mom uses any extra bags or stuff. She's very, any plastic containers she'll reuse. It's just like an insane tweak. I I'm the same way. I tend to think that and I keep them for a long time, and then later on I find out that I really didn't really need to keep this or hold on to this at all. And I find out later that, oh my. I find out later that I didn't really need it. This fan, the reason why I bought this fan is because I thought that this fan looked like a three-blade Monte Carlo. I have a Monte Carlo ceiling to put one, but that'll have to wait because it's still in storage unless unless they threw shit away, because if they did, it's okay. But maybe, maybe not. Make sure again they're nice and snug. You don't want to you don't want to tie anything too tight or too loose. It's got to be just snug. Just until you can't turn anymore. So now, for that, so all you're gonna do is take these 3 screws, 2, 3. All you're gonna do is pull those out of the hub and stuff right there from an old ceiling fan or just anything. We've been doing this for a little while, about 30. I know I screwed around a little bit. I apologize. But anyway, I'm going to plug our light in. All you gotta do is plug your light in. Put your screwies back in the screwy holes. Like so. Let that baby some tight. Really? Now, what's one of the other fans that I did put up recently, or that I put up together, that one of the other fans that I put a while back, not that long ago, but it was the hardest thing that I think I've ever put together. And I'm going to tell you now, I am never going to do it again. That's for sure. So now all you're going to do is take your light cover, screw your light cover in. All you got to do is, after that, is put your fan up, but we're not going to do that in this video because I don't have any cell service under the stairs. Literally. Basically, you're going to take a normal... Well, that's a bad example. Oh, there's things falling everywhere. There's things falling every which way! So what we're going to do... is you're going to take your You're going to connect them together. Like so. And you're going to take your power that you just created and then plug your power, your black to your black and your white to your white. If you ever see green or blue or maybe even red, that's going to be for the light. Well, red would more be for ground, like black. No, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm confusing myself and I'm confusing y'all, but anyhow, your white to your white. The power's on. Let's not have the most craziest mistakes made in the world happen this morning or this early afternoon. That would not be great. Extra colors is that you're going to be screwed, so this